Adobe AD0-E605 exam practice questions with explanations are available in the video for you to study. In Adobe Real-Time CDP, which two types of events can system alerts notify administrators about? Select 2. A. Data ingestion errors. B. Automatic resolution of identity conflicts. C. Quota breaches, e.g., profile or data limits. D. Segment activations without administrator approval. The answer is AC. Adobe RT-CDP alerts are primarily used to notify administrators about operational issues, such as failed data ingestion or exceeding quotas. They do not automatically resolve identity conflicts, nor do they activate segments without review or approval. A marketer is monitoring alerts in Adobe Experience Platform to ensure audiences are successfully delivered to destinations. They already use alerts for segment job failure, segment job delay, and identity service flow run failure. Which additional alert should they enable to proactively track potential issues with the data delivery process? A. Segment definition disabled. B. Query service scheduled query failure. C. Sources flow run failure. D. Identity service flow run delay. The answer is C. To guarantee smooth audience activation, it's important to monitor data ingestion as well as segmentation and identity processes. The Sources Flow Run Failure Alert helps identify problems when bringing data into Adobe Experience Platform, which can directly impact downstream segmentation and activation. A financial services company wants to capture both structured data, such as customer transactions, and unstructured data, such as free-form notes from service representatives. Which Adobe Real-Time CDP capability should they use to store and model this data? A. Schema on write with strict normalization. B. Hierarchical data modeling in NoSQL schemas. C. Deterministic identity resolution. D. Batch processing workflows. The answer is B. Adobe Experience Platform uses Experience Data Model, XDM, schemas, which are based on a flexible, hierarchical NoSQL architecture. This allows both structured, transaction records, and unstructured, customer notes, data to be ingested and stored without rigid normalization. Deterministic identity resolution and batch workflows are important but unrelated to the requirement of storing diverse data types. A marketer needs to enhance an existing audience by adding new attributes from a specific dataset. Which audience creation method in Adobe Real-Time CDP should they use to build the enriched audience? A. Create audience with Enrich Audience method. B. Create audience with Compose Audience method. C. Create audience with Build Rule method. D. Use Analyze Audience to add attributes to existing definitions. The answer is B. The Compose Audience method allows marketers to build a new audience by combining existing audiences with additional profile attributes, events, or datasets. This makes it the correct choice for enriching an already created audience. The Build Rule method creates audiences from scratch, while enrich audience and analyze audience are not standard methods in Adobe RT-CDP. A data engineer needs to import an external list of audience memberships into Adobe Experience Platform. Which two XDM schema classes should be used when creating the schemas for this data? Choose two. A. Profile definition. B. XDM individual profile. C. Segment definition. D. XDM experience event. The answer is BD. XDM individual profile is used for storing customer attribute data, e.g., audience membership as a profile attribute. XDM experience event is used to capture event-based or time series data, e.g., when a customer was added to or removed from an audience. Profile definition and segment definition are not valid schema classes in Adobe Experience Platform. An Adobe Real-Time CDP customer has a license for 5 million profiles with an average 300 kilobytes profile richness. Their current usage is 4 million profiles with an average 100 kilobytes profile richness. The marketing team plans to onboard new prospect use cases to support customer acquisition. To ensure license compliance, what key information should the data team request from the marketers? A. Number of attributes, their cardinality, and overlap with existing attributes in the data model. B. Number of unique prospects, average number of events per prospect, and lookback period. C. Number of identifiers and their respective types, e.g., people identifiers, cross-domain identifiers. D. Number of customer segments that overlap with existing customer audiences. The answer is B. License compliance in RT-CDP is based on profile counts and profile richness, average KB per profile. Before onboarding new use cases, the data team needs to know how many new profiles, prospects, will be added, how many events will be tied to them, and the lookback period for ingestion. This directly impacts both licensed profile limits and profile storage size. A marketer notices unexpected email behavior and discovers that a profile contains multiple email identities. To investigate the root cause, what should the marketer do next? A. Use the Identity API to retrieve the identity namespace definition. B. Use the Identity API to list the identity mappings for the email. C. Use the Identity Graph Viewer to see the list of data sources. D. Use the Identity Graph Viewer to view the identity map linked to the profile. The answer is D. The Identity Graph Viewer in Adobe RT-CDP allows marketers to visualize how multiple identities, such as different email addresses, are connected within a single profile. By reviewing the identity map, the marketer can trace which identities are linked and identify data source issues that may have caused duplicate or conflicting email identities. The Identity API options are more technical and less effective for root cause analysis in this scenario. A data engineer is building a streaming segment that must include both existing audiences and a web page view event. After selecting the streaming evaluation method, an error occurs and only batch evaluation is allowed. Which two conditions could cause this error? Choose two. A. The segment definition includes a combination of an audience and multiple page view events, last 30 days. B. The segment definition includes a combination of an audience, a page view event, anytime, and a profile attribute. C. The segment definition includes a combination of an audience and a page view event, last 24 hours. D. The segment definition includes a combination of an audience and multiple page view events, last 24 hours. The answer is AB. Streaming segments require real-time conditions such as events within the last 24 hours. If the definition includes lookbacks longer than 24 hours, e.g., 30 days, or mixes audience membership with attributes and anytime events, it cannot run as a streaming segment and defaults to batch evaluation. Using an audience with an event in the last 24 hours, option C, is valid for streaming. Option D is also valid since it still falls within the 24-hour event window. Which two characteristics describe edge-based activation in Adobe RT-CDP? Select 2. A. Enables real-time personalization. B. Uses batch workflows for data updates. C. Processes data locally to reduce latency. D. Requires manual activation triggers. The answer is AC. Edge-based activation allows profiles and segments to be evaluated and activated at the edge network, close to where customer interactions occur. This reduces latency and enables real-time personalization, e.g., on websites or mobile apps. It does not rely on batch workflows or manual triggers. Instead, it updates audiences dynamically as events happen. Which feature in Adobe RT-CDP is essential for enforcing data governance policies? A. Data usage labeling and enforcement, DULE. B. Real-time data streaming. C. Unified profile dashboard. D. Batch processing workflows. The answer is A. DULE allows organizations to label and enforce rules on data usage according to governance requirements, e.g., consent, privacy, and compliance. It ensures that data is only used in permitted contexts and prevents misuse across segments and activations. Real-time streaming, dashboards, or batch workflows do not enforce governance policies directly.